What's going on? It's your boy Got by 2009. I got another good one for y'all today. I'm feeling a whole lot better, and I apologize about taking so long because I was coming down with a little head cold. So let me see. I don't know how many of y'all gonna be able to tune in today. I know we have there's a lot going on, so I just want to do a little something for y'all since it's been a little while. Plus, I had a whole lot of stuff written up, so I wanted to get something out the way. And this is let me just wait for a couple of y'all to get in. I'm gonna set up and just wait a couple of y'all to come in here. Then we can go ahead and jump into it. But this is about stepping in direction towards destiny and love with a Scorpio. Because in order to be with a Scorpio, be in a relationship with a Scorpio, be into a marriage with a Scorpio, be in a friendship or whatever, it's gonna take a lot of patience. It's gonna take a lot of understanding. And this video is gonna basically make y'all understand that and try to make it a little bit more clear. And whoever coming into the chat room, please make sure y'all like the video. I appreciate all the love. you know, I'm gonna put all my information and everything, but in order to be in a relationship, you have to have a good relationship. In order to have a good relationship with the Scorpio, you have to understand the man first. You got to understand you're dealing with the excuse me. I'm sorry about that, y'all. You have to understand you're dealing with a complex man, not just a average complex man. You're dealing with probably the most complex man in the zodiac, a man that's extremely hard, a man that's full of ups and downs and different emotions, a man with all types of, you know, mood swings, but not just for no reason. It's always it's y'all excuse me. It's always for a deeper reason, but you got to understand this is a man that's not a man of many words. This is a man that's very hard to open up. This is a man that's very silent at times. This is a man that does things out of, out of the ordinary, what most women are used to. A lot of other men are probably a lot more easier to figure out because they're a lot more extroverted. They're a lot more easier to pinpoint. But when you're dealing with a Scorpio, you got to understand this is before you even get into any type of understand of this man. You got to understand this is a man of many complex character traits in his personality, and he's a man of deep emotions. And that's a lot of things that's hard for a lot of women to grasp, because you got to understand this is a deep man. This is not a man that you can be able to read like a book. You're not gonna be able to be like, oh, okay, he's doing this, so I'm gonna do this like this, or oh, he's doing this like that, so I'm gonna do it like that. No, you have to really get to understand, and you got to know this man. You got to understand him. You got to take the time to talk to him. You got to read into us. You can't just come along and just be like, oh, I got it like that, or I'm used to dealing with man like this, and I'm used to having a certain regimen or whatever routine, how I deal with people or how I deal with individuals, especially men. And so I'm gonna deal with him in the same exact way, but it's not going to work with him like that. You got to, in order to be with such a unique individual, such a person of, that's very complex like this, you got to understand, you got to come differently. You can't just come like the average, whatever. You got to be very, very in tune with yourself. You got to be very in tune with the individual Scorpio, because a lot of times, a lot of Scorpios, we will back out of certain situations before we even get started, because we understand that that person, that certain individual is not a person of deep understanding or deep personality traits. Are they might have more of a Gemini side, or they might have more of Aquarius side, where they more on the flighty. What I mean, they really don't go towards the deeper aspects of life, and that's fine. And what I'm saying. But when you're dealing with a Scorpio, you gotta understand. You gotta be a person that's willing to connect, or a person that understands the deeper aspects of life. Uh, hey, hey everybody. Hey, Bella, beautiful Bella. Hey, Common Water. Hey, Queen's Corner. Hey, Lisa Serene. Hey, Wayne Jasper. Lisa. uh, Hey, Sunny Torres. Michelle Ferry. I appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all into the chat room. Hey, Jade Jazzy. A Pure Beauty, Pure Body Essentials. Hey everybody, thank you for coming in. And I'm gonna put my links in there for anybody that wanna email me or whatever. And let me see. I'm gonna put both of them in, and I'm gonna put my little account. Anybody want to show me some love and donate towards the channel? I appreciate it because it helps support the channel. It helps keep it going. So I appreciate that. Let me see. Yeah, but when you're dealing with us, you like a lot of people, they can't penetrate. They think they can come along with the, oh, I can put on a sexy dress, or oh, I can say this, I can impress them with this, or I don't have to do that much because I am who I am. You got to understand, we're not no respecter of any type of persons. You got to understand, when you're dealing with a Scorpio, we're not a respecter of any type of person. It don't matter what, how grand you think you are, how cool you think you are, whatever. You got to understand, you're dealing with a man of that's very deep in personality traits. You got to deal with understand with a man that's very in tune with himself, that has a very extremely high self-esteem, that doesn't need anybody's you know anybody's extra pat on the back, anybody kissing his butt, but let me make sure I put this in right for y'all. Y'all give me a second. He's not gonna be doing any extra butt kissing or anything like that, but he will go over and beyond for somebody that he loves, that he know deserves his love, that's been there for him unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for us to find, but it's not very hard. It kind of run it runs across you without you even expecting it. You find that person when you least expect it. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of times people tell us about Scorpios. He like, I wasn't expecting him to come around. I wasn't expecting him to be that involved. I wasn't expecting him to be present in my life at all. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting any type of. That's how we do. We move at organic pace. We don't move at a pace that people expect. Oh, I don't know. I never fell in love with a man like this in this period of time. I want to control. It's like a lot of women, they want to control their emotions and control everything, every single thing. And we have that sort of thing too as Scorpio man. But you got to understand, hey Angela, you got to understand, you got to be. You got to be able to open up. You got to be able to be yourself. You got to show your raw side. You got to be able to, not care about what a lot of people think. Because when you're dealing with Scorpio, man, you got to understand we are a person of deep personality traits. I see a couple of y'all coming in. I know it's you know, a holiday and everything. So I'm happy. I appreciate for all my diehard, people that came in and showed me love, because I appreciate it. That's y'all who the ones I do it for. You know what I mean? I appreciate all my subscribers, all my new subscribers, but I understand, people, maneuver from page to page all the time, but I appreciate my diehard listeners and all the people that's always tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all to death. Thank you. I make sure y'all like the video. Also, I appreciate that. These when you come talking about like these emotions and personality traits of the Scorpio, and they're hard and they're difficult for most to understand, because they're not they just don't understand the Scorpio man. You know what I'm saying? They, in order for them to understand our emotions, our personalities, they have to get to know, understand us, really understand us, and get to know us, not just having a couple of texting conversations, not having a couple of FaceTimes, you know, uh, having a couple of conversations on Instagram. I'm talking about the old fashioned way, that actually you have to actually get to know this man. You have to actually ask questions. You actually have to open up and be, ask uncomfortable questions. You got to actually be yourself. You have to actually take that time and put that time, that effort, that dedication into it. Just like the people of the past, just like your parents or grandparents or whatever. You got to get to understand us. You got to know us on a deeper level. You got to know us. You got to understand what we like, what we don't like, because that's the same way we looking at you. We're not looking at it for you to do all the work and understand us, and we don't understand you. No, we're gonna understand you. We look at you into the same. We look at you the same way. We look at you very direct. We look at you very intensely. We look at you very deeply because we want to understand you. We don't just and that we understand you. We want to get to know you. So in order for you to have the best relationship with this Scorpio man, you have to understand. You have to get to know him. You have to really get to know him. You have to take the time. You have to take the effort. You have to put that extra, that little extra in. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of us are so adapted to the new age of technology, and we have become desensitized to not really communicating with each other. We don't really talk to each other. I really like talking to each other, are dealing with each other. But in order to get to understand this man, get the best out of this man, you have to you have to talk to him. You have to be deep with us. It don't always have to be no crazy stuff, but just don't come along with the same old. Talking about Jack and Jill. Went up the hill. Blah blah blah, and Hollywood, and this and that and the third. No, let's talk about deep aspects. Let's talk about political. Let's talk about spiritual. Let's talk about physical. Let's talk about things that's going to push us towards the next step. Let's talk about things that's going to find the deeper aspect of that person to go in. We want to go deeper in depth because when you talk about Scorpio, you got to talk. You got to understand. You talk about a man that's all about being deep. That's all about being in depth. That's all about reaching the surface of everything. That's why they say still waters run deep because we like to get down to the nitty gritty. We don't like to waste time. We don't like to pretend. We don't like to guess. We want to get down to we want to get down all the way to the real factual things because we don't want to be on no flaky, flighty type of stuff. That's why a lot of people, when they get in a relationship with Scorpio, they understand like this is a very deep man. This is a very deep individual. This person is why is he so attached? Why I'm so attached with him? Because that's how we are to you. Even we come off with a more detached face or passive aggressive edge at times. You got to understand when you reach deep inside this man. This is a man of deep intensity, of deep, emotions, deep feelings, deep connections, deep bonds, deep everything. So when you're dealing with the Scorpio man, you got to understand you're dealing with a person of a whole lot of a whole lot of emotions, a whole lot of aspects to them, and you can't just guess it like it's on some cue cards. You got to really look into this individual. You got to really understand this individual. You got to talk to him. You got to open up. You got to have those uncomfortable conversations that you're usually shy to have with anybody. You got to have those awkward moments because it's all together. It all means to something. When you talk about dealing with a Scorpio or talking about dating a Scorpio, you got to understand it. Everything is for a reason. When you talk about Scorpio, we don't do anything for just randomness or just for the to make some type of noise or whatever. Everything means something. Everything. The hard times mean something. The sad times mean something. All of this is bricks and stepping stones in the relationship and building a wonderful, solid foundation of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? In order to build that, you got to have some history. You know what I'm saying? Just like you as an individual, just say for instance, just you as an individual. You as an individual, you went through hard times, you went through tragedies, you went through happy times, you went to all types of craziness times. You had your frisky times, you had your non-frisky times. It's just all this adds to you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is taken away. All of this, all these events in your life, all these stages of you, just like the Scorpio, we have our stages, the ego, the phoenix, the lizard, or whatever. We have to gradually, all of it adds to something. Everything counts. Even the bad stuff and the stuff that we don't really like to look at, it counts. So when you're dealing with the Scorpio man, you got to take everything. You got to understand everything is pros and its cons. But even the cons have has pros when it comes to Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? And for you to those that don't understand what I'm saying is, some of the bad stuff, what I mean, is meant to be good. You know what I'm saying? Some of the good stuff is, it's sometimes it can go both ways. You know what I'm saying? Depends on who the individual that's looking at it. But when you're dealing with Scorpio, you got to understand that you're dealing with a person of deep emotions, a whole lot of pieces to that puzzle. He's not like, when you get to most people, when y'all date a lot of people, individuals, it could be a woman, it could be a man, Scorpio, non Scorpio, whatever. But once you understand, a lot of people are like big pieces, like those big preschool puzzles. It might have like 10 pieces to them, and okay, that's it. Even if I miss two or three pieces, it's not that hard. It's not that difficult for you to figure out. But when you're talking about a Scorpio, you're dealing with them. It's almost like those enormous puzzles, like the ones that the elderly people do in that can cover up a whole kitchen table. That's the type of puzzle we are like with the little tiny pieces, with the puzzle pieces this small. You have to really figure it out. You have to take time. You have to be patient. You can't just rush through it or just guess and it's just gonna pop up in your head, or I think you're gonna be able to just maneuver any type of way you want, and you're gonna understand this, man. You got to take your time. You got to be patient. You got to gradually get to know this, man. Because a lot of y'all come to me and y'all be like, "Oh, I don't get him. Oh, is this, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, and he's doing this and doing that, and why is it not this happening? Why isn't that happening?" And I be like, I like, oh, okay. Like, how long y'all been together? 2 months. 3 weeks. 3 months. Like, what the hell you think you're gonna understand 3 months? How much can you think you can understand in 3 months? You know what I'm saying? You can't understand too much in 3 months. You know what I mean? This, like, some of y'all be telling me 1 month, couple of weeks. Like even summer school takes 3 months, so you can't expect for you to understand the whole aspect of a person, to understand the deeper characteristics of the individual, if you're not taking the serious logical time to understand this, man. You can't just be like, oh, it's gonna be like this. Oh, let me read that book. Or let me watch this relationship TV show. Or let me talk to a couple of friends that's been married, and I can get to the bottom of this. No, more than likely, you're gonna get stirred in the wrong direction, which is gonna end towards enormous disaster, because most people are going to give you the wrong answer, not because they're unknowledgeable about relationships, not because they're a bad person, not because they are trying to sabotage a relationship. They just don't know this man. They do not know this man. They might have certain aspects from experience, but they do not know this individual. And that's for anybody, but especially Scorpio, because we're extremely hard to figure out. We're extremely deep. We're extremely intense, and we're not a type of person that you're going to get to know from a bird's eye view. You got to get to know us one on one. You can't get to know us from a bird's eye view. You got to be here. You know what I'm saying? We got to be here. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people tell me when they watch my videos, it feel like I'm talking to them. Or I feel like I'm looking through their soul. Or like I'm looking dead at them. I want you to feel like that. I want you to feel a personal attachment towards me, because I feel that way towards every one of my supporters, because y'all, I understand that I couldn't be nothing without my supporters. You know what I'm saying? Just like y'all appreciate my videos and y'all say, "Oh, God, buddy, you give so much," and I feel the same way about about my supporters individually, not just as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people just look at people, just for what it is, and they take it for granted, and they be like, "Oh, this a given. I got it like that. I can do this and blah 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 blah." And then pop my own collar. I can't never pop my own collar too hard, because I could be a mute. You know what I'm saying? I could be I could be paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? I had my sibling, my sister, who I love dearly, deep in my soul. She was paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? And I know what it's like. I know what not to take for granted. And you think I'm going to sit here and act like a mute? I act like I don't have no bones in my body? I'm gonna shake, jump up and down, chase, whatever. I understand that, because you have to understand every detail. You can't take anything for granted, and that's what you got to understand when you're dealing with the Scorpio. You got to understand we're a deep individual. We're a deep feeling individual. Even when it seems like we're being a hard ass or we're being a jerk, sometimes you got to understand that's the outer exterior of the person. You got to understand it's more to a person than the outer exterior. You ever heard the saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover"? You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they mean when they talk about Scorpio, because you have to understand this individual. You got to take time to understand this man. You cannot just read him, on the outside cover and think this person. Be like, "Oh, he's probably a mean ass. He looks so fucking mean. He's probably a jerk. He looks so mean." A lot of people say I look hard. A lot of people say I look detached. A lot of people say I look cold. Somebody even came in my comment box and told me one time that I look evil, like I have an evil look on myself. And I told them, no, I'm not evil. No, I'm not mean. I'm not any of that. I just I'm very intense, and I'm very passionate. I've been through a lot of tragedy. I lost a lot of people to it with death, and I went through all types of stuff. I went through all types of turmoil, and a lot of Scorpios, they can understand where I'm coming from, because they've been through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that same insight, the look, that's what I mean by you got to have a type of mind where you're able to look inside outside of yourself and look deep into that particular Scorpio man. Let me give y'all, let me see what's going on here. Hey, Carmen Waters 81. Hey, Miss Virgo Nation. Let me give you a wrench, Miss Virgo Nation. You in the house. You are definitely in the house. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. Hey, Amanda Jackson. Hey, hey, Shooter Sing. Hey, Goddess Ocean. Hey, Lily Tigers. Hey, Angela Thompson. I appreciate it. Hey, let me make sure I got everybody. Hey, Miss Talia. Oh, Miss Talia, thank you so much. Thank you for coming in. You finally made it. Hey, Queen's Corner. Hey, the Queen's Corner. Y'all make sure y'all like this. Y'all come in now. Y'all know how I am. I'm very, I want y'all to support because hey, Saul, hey, I want y'all to support because I can't do it without the love, the support. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all your attentiveness. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you paying attention. You know what I mean? I appreciate you for always coming through and showing me love because it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all hit that like button and show your boy some love. I appreciate that. Thank you. Uh, Let me see where I left off. And this is another part. You can't just understand the Scorpio man as an individual. You got to understand yourself as an individual. You know what I'm saying? That's the tricky part right there. A lot of you got to in order for you to have the best relationship and get the best outcome out of your relationship with that Scorpio man, you have to understand yourself. You have to know. You have to have some understanding of yourself. I ain't talking about know every aspect about yourself, every detail about yourself, because we all are learning about ourselves each and every day. But you have to know a good amount about yourself. You have to have some type of understanding about yourself and what direction you try to head in. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Scorpio, because if you're a type of individual that don't really know yourself, that don't really understand yourself, don't understand your personality traits, don't understand the full extent of who you are and what you've been through, what makes you tick, what doesn't make you tick, what you love, what you don't love, then the Scorpio man, he's gonna show it to you. Just like me and my friend Scorpio man are always talking about, like we're gonna mirror your personality traits, whatever you are, wherever you wasn't paying attention to at first, you're gonna start seeing it towards your as you go deeper into the relationship with the Scorpio man, because we're going to mirror you. We're going to show you your personality traits. We're going to show you exactly what we're dealing with on an everyday basis. If you're not a type of person that don't have any type of understanding of yourself, that don't have any type of understanding of just life, period, of the difficulties, of tragedies, of people's feelings, of feeling things out, of having discernment, of knowing what's negative, knowing what's good. You have to understand yourself, because just like Marcus Garvey said, a man that understands himself is a master of his own destiny. Because if you don't understand yourself, how the hell are you gonna know where you're heading? You know what I'm saying? If you don't even know who you are, you don't even have an identity. You're just like Malcolm X says, his X represents the unknown. You're an X because you don't really know who you are. You have no sense of self. You have no knowledge of self. You have no spiritual sense of self. You have no physical. Some of you don't even have physical sense of self. You don't even know how to physically push yourself to the limits. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us want to say, "Oh, I suffer with this, and I got all this weight. Oh Lord," and none of you won't even walk around. You won't walk to the corner store. A lot of you complain about this and that, but y'all won't even put the extra effort to push yourself towards your limits. You know what I'm saying? And when you dealing with a Scorpio, we're going to push you towards your limits. We're going to push you towards your greatest heights, because we see, even if you don't see your greatest potential, we see it before everybody else see it. Not because who you're affiliated with, not because you're so smart, not because of this, not because of that. We look at you from the inside out. We look at you from the root to the hairs on your head. You know what I'm saying? That's why we so deeply intense and deeply in touch with people. That's why we leave a mark on people, even if it's for a short amount of time in a relationship that people don't understand. Why we become so attached towards them, because we're very deep individuals. They're very direct individuals, and we hit towards the core of the soul. We don't really try to sidestep the stuff that's uncomfortable, the stuff that's deep, the stuff that's dark, the stuff that grabs a hold of you and just tears you. And yeah, we bring that out. We don't mind hitting that. It doesn't scare us. It doesn't intimidate us. The deep emotional aspect of it doesn't shake us one bit, because that's who we are. We're very deep. We're very intense. We're very honest, and we're very blunt, but we're very real at the same time. We're very loving at the same time also. Let me see. Hey, Lisa, you retracted your comment. Y'all make sure y'all like this, y'all enter. Cause I see a lot of y'all in. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all show me that love. I see 20 y'all, 29 of y'all. I only see 20. Y'all hit that like. Y'all show that love. Show me that love. You know what I'm saying? And I show you that love back. Cause I got a lot to give to y'all. So y'all show me that love today. You know what I mean? Y'all show me that y'all want to hear this. If you don't want to hear it, I can cut the video short. But if you want to hear it, show that love, show that support. Cause I need to know it. I need to feel it. That's one thing about us. We got to feel it. We got to know it. We got to see it. We got to know it. We got to feel it. Like when you're dealing with Scorpio, you got to understand. Like you can't be the type of person that deal with us and be like, okay, I'm gonna meet you at this restaurant at 8 o'clock and come around 9:30. Walks in the door 9 o'clock. Be like, I'm on my way. I might can do it. I didn't know we was gonna be for sure. We was gonna do it. I thought you was like bro, you're not gonna last in a friendship. You're not gonna last in a relationship with us. None of that. We don't play that. Just like what how Virgos are, like with the time, like we don't like everything is serious, because we know if you're not serious with meeting up for a simple appointment, we know you're not gonna be dependable with anything else. If you can't handle the simple stuff, as far as even making it on time, even doing little stuff to let us know that you give a damn, then we know we're wasting our time. We're wasting every inch of our time. We're wasting every fiber of our time, because if we got to instill it in you, then it's not going to be there. If I got to keep this, that, and the third, then you're not trying to do it anyway. So there's no need to keep pushing towards something. You heading towards a road going nowhere. And us as Scorpio individuals, we're not that type to really deal with that type of stuff too long. Let me give y'all some. I'm gonna put my link in for y'all that just coming in. And I'm gonna put my donation link. Anybody that want to show some love, and I'm gonna get to y'all comments. So don't think I forgot about you. Y'all just give me some check it. Let me get through this video first, and then because I got a lot of stuff I need to cover. I told y'all I don't come back. I don't do videos every day. I don't do it to be seen and stuff like that. But when I do something, I do come with it. I can't just you know, give y'all half stuff. And for y'all that missed the last video, I'm bringing up a lot of the points from my last video, and so you're not missing anything. So for those of you that didn't catch my last joint that I didn't keep up that long, it was because I was feeling really sick and my voice was cracking and it was sounding really bad. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna keep this one up here in particular. So this one is gonna be. This is like a more revised, more you know it's more details and it's a lot better. I got more energy, more everything. Let me. Anybody want to show me love? That's my links, and I put my Gmail, and I also put my Yahoo. If y'all want to contact me and show me that love, I appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like if y'all just coming in. I appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like if y'all just coming in. I appreciate it. And you got to be a type of individual, whether you're a man or a woman that we done, that we talking to. If you are homeboy, you are brother, you are father. Like you got to be a type of individual for us to have any type of real connection. You got to be a type of person that's in touch with your soul, fully in touch with your soul. You got to be in touch with, you know, who you are, with the deeper, with just like I said, with the deeper aspects, with your personality, with the deeper aspects of your spirit. Because a lot of people, and it's severely terrifying for a lot of people, which is why a lot of people, kind of squirm away from the Scorpio. I kind of distance themselves away from us because we bring out the deeper aspects. We bring out the scary stuff. We bring out the stuff that makes people nervous. We bring that aspect out. So if you're not a type of individual that likes to really look at yourself or really likes to see, who you are, or really likes to know, to honestly look at yourself, not just look at yourself unbiasedly with being honest, being 100% honest. Judge yourself the same way that you look at others. Put yourself under that same scrutiny. And that's how, because that's how Scorpio, that's how we are. The same scrutiny that we put others under, we put ourselves under. That's why a lot of times we will back away, we'll distance ourselves, we'll give ourselves some air, because we are very intense. We are over the top. We're over the top when we want to be. You know what I'm saying? We get very intense and get heated, but it's because we putting everything we got into what we're doing, relationships wise, our conversations, our arguments, everything has effort put into it. It's nothing that's gonna be like, oh, I'm just, you know, because if it do get to a point where Scorpio is like on some silent, just whatever, it's because we're in deep thought, because we're in some type of, you know, battle with ourselves over the particular relationship, over our own personal life, how you fit in our life, how would you fit in towards the future. We look at everything. You got to understand, you would be like, oh, things seem like they was all right. It's not because things are bad. It's because he wants to take a look at it. We're the type of person, we're the type of individuals that like to reflect, like to deeply reflect on the aspects of our relationships, our life, whatever. We like to reflect on everything. Hey, and I, I don't know, you have a name on you. I'm gonna read your comments so you know who I'm talking about. Haven't seen your work in a while, but good stuff. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And y'all make sure y'all like too as y'all entering. Thank you, Infinite Light Divine. I appreciate it. Y'all excuse me. I'll give me a second. But a lot of Scorpios, we had a tendency to, be eccentric. We are very eccentric. We are very different. We are we can be we can be very, very different. Almost just extreme. We just have that edge on us that's very different. You know what I'm saying? That's very, it can seem kind of gothic at times. It can seem kind of, crazy at times. It's no really description for it. I'm gonna just say eccentric. And we can be very bold. We in the beginning stages, we can be very crazy in the beginning stages and very, very intimidated in the beginning stages. Not because we're trying to be difficult, it's because we realize that a lot of people in the beginning stages had the tendency to put on these fake masks, to put on these these acts in the beginning when they date people. They put on they masquerade around in these fraudulent behaviors, these fraudulent personality traits that don't really match them. That don't explain who they are, and try to hide and try to pretend to be somebody that they're not. No, the Scorpio, we do the opposite, which is very daring and very bold. That's why I say it's very bold, because it does give you the risk at losing the person. We try not to be too intense with it, but we show these personality traits and show these bad sides of us in all honesty, because we know if you can make it through our hard stuff, if you can make it through our bad personality traits, then you love us fully, you understand us fully, you care about us fully, you give a damn about us fully. If you, because everybody can say, they like you once you showing them all the good sides, you buttering them up, you dinner in the movie, you Mr. Dinner in the movie, you Ron, you Mr. Biggs, you Ron Isley with the 5-piece suit on and the sunshades. Yeah, it's good. It's nice. It looks good. You know what I'm saying? But what about the days you walking around with your white beater on? What about the days with you wearing shorts and you got your hands in your pants and you lounging on the couch? What about that side? What about your raw side when you just kick back in the lazy boy, throwing a couple? I know how some of y'all is. Y'all throw a couple of drinks back. You know what I'm saying? What about that? What about that side? You got to show all honest pieces of that individual. You can't just show the positive. You got to show all the characteristics. Because when we dating and we going through when they call breaking the ice or whatever, everybody wanna, oh, I'm gonna make myself seem like I'm just Prince Charming. I'm gonna make myself seem like the man that she dreamed of. Like, yeah, bro, but it's an act. You're putting on the act. You're putting extra. You're putting 100 on 10. So once that 100 start going down, it's going to start being noticeable that you were putting on an act, that you was masquerading. And once you can't live up to your masquerade, then you're going to start looking like a fake. You're going to start look. She's not going to respect that. She'll respect you for being bluntly and irritating and argumentative in the beginning, not all the time, but showing who you really are, showing your real personality traits, showing, hey, when I wake up in the morning, my breath be kicking like Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna wake up with the what's the commercial from the '80s where he like he got the big old yeah, double mint gum, smile or whatever. No, you got to show the scars. You know what I'm saying? You got to show the scars. You got to show all that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wear a lot of times I wear my tank tops. I don't mind showing y'all my scars, my tattoos, all my because it's part of me. It's part of my struggle. I'll never get another one again, but it's part of my struggle. It's part of my past. It's part of who I am. I'm not gonna hide it and pretend to be some like I'm walking on water for anybody because nobody is perfect. Everybody is flawed. We all are flesh. We all are human. We all are imperfect. We strive to be perfect, but until we realize that all of us are imperfect, all of us are flawed, all of us have somebody that's going to point the finger at us, the same way you pointing the finger at somebody else and be like, yeah, you did this, that, and the third. Somebody else, 8 other people can point to you probably and say, yeah, but you did that, blah, 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 blah. They might not be saying nothing to you about it, but the same way you judging and pointing at somebody else, trying to make yourself ease up, try to make yourself feel a certain balance, a certain level of what's the word for it? What's the word for it, y'all? Make yourself seem superior to other people. Like it's not going to work. You're going to end up getting exposed. You're going to end up, having clashes with people because your imperfection is going to show. Your flesh. This is temporary. It's ouch. You know what I'm saying? It hurts when you hit it, and when you tear it, when you cut it, it's going to bleed. All that. But the spirit, that's what's real. That's what's real. Because this is going to get old. I'm gonna be an old God body with a cane one day. I'm gonna be an old God body. I'm gonna be a great God body. I ain't gonna be this. I ain't gonna be this upbeat, person. That's why I'm putting it in now because I know I ain't gonna always be this upbeat. I'm not gonna always be this youthful. I'm not gonna always be this person. And because that's reality. You know what I'm saying? That's not looking at it in a negative aspect. It's looking at it in an honest aspect, in reality. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to look at each other. We have to, if you're going to be in a real relationship with a person, you got to be a person thick and thin. So you got to be able to look at them from the inside out. You got to have a spiritual connection as well as outside connection because that person could be sexy. She could be Miss Jamaica with hips, and all that with the bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? But if she mean as a rattlesnake with fangs and venom, what the hell? What does it matter? If every time you turn around and say something to her, she's knocking you upside the head with a stiletto, I try to throw the nearest china glass at you. What's the use? You know what I'm saying? If you can't get nothing out of her, and to the point where you can't even bring issues with your about your kids up to this woman. What is the use? A lot of these people, a lot of these brothers are in these bad situations because they never got the time to know that individual. They all they saw was Miss America, Miss Hips and Dips, but they ain't look at, they ain't get a chance. Some of y'all married women that y'all haven't even met their parents. Y'all haven't even met. Some people get married without even meeting people's parents nowadays. Like you haven't seen Fat Uncle Bob. You ain't met Harry cousin Larry. You ain't met chubby Aunt Sarah. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that's her first, that's her mother's aunt, and she big as a house. You seeing her hips, dips, and the bag of chips, but you don't understand. 20 years from now, she gonna turn it if she don't put herself in the right aspect and do what she's supposed to do. She gonna look like Fat Uncle Bob. She gonna look like these people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to build relations off the physical, off of what's in front of their face, instead of being realistic and seeing the whole individual from the inside out. You can't just be like, oh, this person fly. They got paper. They doing this. Oh, they doing this. With like, ooh la la. I like it. I like that. But you don't know this person mean as hell. Him, he could be, on some other shit. Y'all watch these documentaries and this stuff. Y'all go by people in the cover of the book. That's not how Scorpio. We look at people. You got to look at the people. You got to read the book, people. You can't just screen through the summary. You can't just Wikipedia everything. You can't just Google everything. Sometimes you got to actually pick the book up and lick the pages. You got to lick the pages, baby. You got to go through it. You got to go through it. It might be some words in there you don't understand. You got to research the words so you can understand certain parts of the book. You got to understand it, because if you don't, you're going to be guessing wrong. You're going to be guessing wrong, and you're not going to understand that individual. You're not going to know them, and next thing you know, you're going to realize 10 years down the line, you met a complete stranger. You don't know them whatsoever, and that's why people Scorpio be like, oh, they're so crazy, they're so mean. I can't understand them, and it gets so crazy, being with this person. I don't know this person. Are you lied to me? No, you just didn't get a chance to know that individual. You didn't take the time to realistically, logically understand that person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Scorpios, we have to tend to, because we know, because we know you, because we know you fully, and we took the time to know you fully, we can make it through your flaws. We can make it through your unpleasant sides, because we know and have, when we took time to understand you. Once you understand and you know a person, you can deal with stuff a lot better. If you pretending and masquerading and not being honest with yourself, not being honest with that people, not being honest, when y'all trying to build and break the ice, then it's not going to work. It's going to show. It's going to show, and people going to end up being mad. People going to end up being hurt. What's up, my boy Willie? What up? I think I seen my boy Willie in the house. Y'all make sure y'all like the videos. Y'all enter the chat. I appreciate all the love. I'm gonna still put my stuff in. Hey, Chandra. I see y'all building in here, so I ain't. I'm just getting through this list. I'm gonna put the stuff I got, because a lot of people don't understand us. Even if they known us all our life, like a lot of people don't really know us. They don't really take the time to get to know us. It's like they want us to play a particular role. It's like on some type of sitcom or something. Like, no, we're imperfect. We fuck up. We cuss. We fall down. We make noise. We are actually human. I'm sorry. I know we living in 2019 where people are made of plastic, but sorry, Scorpio man, we still made of skin. We're still grounded. We're still here, 10 toes down, not going nowhere. We are who we are. We don't try to pretend and masquerade around and just be fake. A lot of people just wear these fake masks, and knowing that they, feel a certain way about certain things, or knowing they want to say certain things, or knowing they want to, do certain things. No, that's not us. We be honest. We be real. We real with people, so we don't have to worry about any any backlash, because when you being yourself, you don't have to worry about that, because you're being yourself. You don't have to worry about that. When you being fake all the time, and then you try to come up and try to speak up and try to act all aggressive later, it's gonna seem so weak and seem so fake, because it's gonna be like, oh, now you want to say something, now you want to act all tough. It's like, be yourself from the beginning, be who you are, say what you feel from the beginning, you know what I'm saying, and be honest. That's the closest people that get together is the ones that had the arguments and stuff in the beginning. Because even with my partner, like, we had our little disputes or whatever, but it was honest disputes. It wasn't nothing us of hating each other. It wasn't a dispute because I'm hating her or she's hating me. It's that we wanted each other to be honest with each other. We love each other and care about each other, so we want to be honest. We want to be very blunt with each other. You know what I'm saying? We want to be very real with each other. Let me see. Uh, and these are my links if you want to reach out to me. Some of y'all that just coming in, I appreciate all the love. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Cause I know Brittany John. I don't know where you at, but and I know you said you was gonna come through. You know, I ain't never hear from you, but okay. Uh, Let me see. You know, and this is another good point right here. A lot of women tend to fantasize about this Mr. Right, and there's nothing wrong with wanting Mr. Right, because every man wants a wonderful woman, Miss Wonder Woman, also. But they rather, a lot of them don't realize that they want a man with no flaws. I want a man that's this and a one man that's that, but it's really not really what they want. You know, a lot of y'all are saying what you've been given to all your life, but in actuality, by your actions and what you actually want, is opposite of what you're saying, because you're being so used to having things regurgitated and thinking you want certain things. You really don't want it. And when you actually get these softies are these unrealistic characters, they actually irritate you. You actually get tired of them being weak. You actually get tired of them agreeing with everything you say. You actually get tired of that, and you be like, "Damn, where the hell my Scorpio? At least he'll put me in my place and tell me to be quiet. This fool ain't even got a backbone." You know what I'm saying? But it's the same stuff that y'all love us for. It's the same stuff y'all beat us up for. Y'all beat us up for being honest. Y'all beat us up for being strong. Y'all beat us up for being independent and blunt sometimes. But y'all understand it's the same stuff y'all love and appreciate us for. Y'all make sure y'all like, is y'all into, I know some of y'all just coming in. Y'all make sure y'all like, and when you're talking about dealing with a Scorpio, man, you got to understand you're dealing with Mr. Real. You're not dealing with Mr. Right. You're not dealing with Mr. Perfect. You're not dealing with Superman. You're just dealing with Mr. Real, Mr. Loyal, Mr. Honest, Mr. Tough Ass. We tough, not in the form of being tough as, oh, I think I'm all that. I'm thinking I'm super hard or whatever, but we toughest form as, perseverance. You know what I'm saying? We're very tough when it comes to perseverance, overcoming tragedies, dealing with the hardships of life, not just with our own personal life, but with your life. Because a lot of people, have these so-called Mr. Rights, but when the tragedies and the hurdles of life hit you and the bumps in the road come along, that person is out the door, or that person is changing overnight, or that person is becoming Mr. Two Face. But when you're dealing with Scorpio, we're the type that we're gonna come up to that challenge. I'm talking about the evolved ones. I'm not talking about the weak ass ones that really don't have no backbone. I'm talking about the real evolved Scorpios. Like, we step up to the challenge because we're loyal like that. You know, the ones that are real strong and have a sense of self, we are very loyal like that, and we understand that very well. You just got to get to understand us, just like I always say. Oh shoot, I wasn't gonna do. I had a whole nother. I had a whole nother thing. I say that. Forget it. I'll do another video, I guess. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to do another video because look, I'm gonna show y'all how I did it. See, I had my other stuff written out. That's the stuff I did for this video. And this I got, and I meant to put all. I wanted to read all this. I wanted to do all this. I wrote all this stuff out. I didn't get to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I told y'all I'm really doing this. Like I really be putting in my effort. I really be putting in time. I don't be typing this off the internet. I don't be copy pasting nothing and reading off of. This is actually my real piece of me. I'm giving you a real piece of me. This is I really write this out. I really think this out. I really take time to really put these together. So y'all understand what I mean when I'm always telling y'all to show that love and donate. I'm telling y'all to reach to me behind the scenes because I put in a lot into this and you know what I'm saying? I really care about how I put out my material and content to y'all. Um, you know, when you talk about Scorpio, yes, we can be extreme. Yes, we can be very intense, but we are also intense, you know, in loyalty. We also are intensely focused on the individuals, our individual lady that we're with. We're intensely focused. We're intensely honest. We're intensely loving. We're intensely communicative. Because a lot of people say, Scorpio, we do have our quiet side, but not because we don't want to actually talk to you, not because we actually don't have nothing to say, but we understand that when you're dealing with the female sex, the feminine sex, that you got to understand she wants to talk, she wants to let her voice be heard, she wants to she wants you to be open ears. You know what I'm saying? If she wanted somebody to have to be a chatty patty, you know, and talk their ass off, she would get like a she would talk to her girlfriends. You don't want to be compared to her girlfriends. Just be a good listener. All she wants you as a man is to be stern, be there, be consistent, and be a good listener. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to hear, you know, they want to be heard, they want to be listened to, they want to be loved, they want to feel as though their voice is important, which it should be, because we want our voice to feel like it's important also. And we want, when we say something to you, we want it to also be listening. Got it right. Okay, okay. Thanks, Brittany John. I see you in the house. You surprised you popped up on me. So why people don't? So why you people don't talk? No, we don't talk because we want to get to you know, we want to get the most out of you. We want you to get your voice out. We don't never want our female, our woman, our lady, our girlfriend, whatever, to say, oh, I feel neglected as far as communication. Oh, I feel that you didn't listen to this, or you didn't hear me. I would have told you, but you never listened. You're not gonna be able to say that with a Scorpio man, because we listen to everything. We listen. We have an extremely patient ear when we become all the way evolved. I'm not saying I was always like that, but most of my life, we even as a child, I was a very good listener. A lot of adults would come in and reveal a lot of stuff to me that children shouldn't even know, but because I had such an old ear, you know what I mean? So to say, I had I listened just like an old man would listen. I would sit there and be like a little old man. I would sit there and talk to him in regular logical conversations. I wouldn't be acting like a goofy kid. I wouldn't be like nothing. And he'd be like, man, my wife left me this, that. I know you a kid, man, but listen to this and yada yada yada. I'd be like, oh, real man, that's messed up. And I'd be like 7 years old, actually talking to this old man, this sobbing man, crying like a baby, because, and I realized he not crazy, but for doing that, he did that because I was an unbiased ear. I was a non-judgmental ear. I was a attentive ear, and a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that person that's going to be attentive to them. A lot of people don't have that unbiased, loving person. So when you're dealing with a Scorpio man, understand you're dealing with a person of deep emotion, a person that's very unconditional. I know when you look at your Scorpio, you look at pictures of your Scorpio right now, even while you're watching this video, you might be sitting beside your Scorpio or whatever. You probably like, I don't see none of this stuff that's in. You probably see it, but you probably be like, okay, I didn't see none of this stuff at first, because if I look at my Scorpio, he looks like a barbarian. He looks like a hard ass. He looks like he's crazy as fuck. But you got to understand, with all that being on the outside, you got to understand on the inside, you dealing with a very loving, a very deep, a very complex individual. That's where the word complex come in. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to appear to be anything that he actually is. You know what I'm saying? Because we can come off Just like the way I look, a lot of people probably say like, "Oh, you look mad. You look mad." You know, like certain things. Like a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you look like you did this, or I look like you never did this, or you look like that and that." I wouldn't expect for your voice to be this deep. I thought by looking at you, your voice was gonna be light and all preppy, or something like that. But I told you, I don't look like anything I've been through, and a lot of Scorpios have that same impact. We don't look like what we've been through. We could have been through hell and back and walked with brimstone and fire, but come out looking like Prince, coming out looking like Babyface, had the appearance of Babyface, or something like that. You know what I mean? Had the but we tough on the inside. But when you look in our eyes, you could see it, you could feel it. If you look at the rest of us, you probably be like, oh, they probably so soft hearted or whatever. But when you look in our eyes, you can see the intensity, you can see the pain, you can see the you can see all that. You can see it. Whatever it is there. That's why a lot of people don't like to really glance at us too long, or really like to give us too much eye contact, because we get we get very deep. We get very deep with people, and yes, we do have a sense to interrogate people, not because we want to be worrisome, because we want to be all in your business and stuff. It's because we just want to get to know you. We want to know you for you, even though people call it interrogation. But what happened to breaking the ice? Whatever happened to getting to know someone? Whatever happened to showing that that love, what I mean, and understanding and friendship. You know what I'm saying? Don't every love marriage relationship start out with friendship, with deep friendship. In order for you to ever love someone, you have to like them first. You have to laugh with them. You have to share stories with them. You have to share a tear or two with them. And when you deal with a Scorpio, we'll do. Some people like one thing with us is like, people like, why is he moving so fast in certain things, or why Scorpios move so fast. But when you think about it in all actuality, don't isn't being with your Scorpio like being with us for 1 month is like being with someone for 5 years. Being us for a year is like being with an average person for 15 years, because of all the situations, all the emotions, all the love, all the tears, all the craziness is going to happen in such a small amount of time, because you got to understand you're dealing with a very, very intense person. You're dealing with a very intense person that doesn't hold nothing back. We're not the type of people that's going to ease out things. We'll ease out. Yeah, we don't. We hold things back from people, even people that get to know us. It takes time, but we're not going to hold it forever. You know what I'm saying? We show you, just like I said, we show you all the aspects of us, of who you're going to be dealing with in the beginning. So we're going to take you through all types of circles, all types of stuff, not because we're trying to be difficult or because we're trying to be an ass. It's because we want to know, we know that's a part of us. It's a part of our personality. It's a part of who we are. So we have to show you these. We're not the type that's going to fake you or lead you on or make you think we're being this type of way when we're not. Pretend to be this way in the first 3 years, and then after the first 3 years, and then he started being nah. After the first 2 days, then we start being such and such. We don't hold nothing back. We ain't scared of you. We gonna show you who we are. Why we don't hide ourselves from who we are. Why we gonna hide ourselves from you? You know what I'm saying? We're very honest, and we're gonna be very blunt with people. We're not gonna type you know that's gonna fake and beat around the bush, or none of that type of stuff. Yeah, definitely, Willie. You right about that, Willie. Definitely, bro. Definitely. Um, and one thing people always ask me, why are they, a lot of times they are so hard and so difficult and seem so hard to understand, because a lot of, just like I tell y'all all the time, our past situations, past crazy situations, past hurt, that deeply hit us. And you got to understand, just like I said, we a sign of, I'm extreme. So when stuff hurt us, it hurts us deeply. Um, it makes us almost block everything and everyone out until we start to get past get towards our Phoenix level where we realize that everything is meant for to make us stronger. It's meant to make us build character. It's meant to make us build strength. Skin, tough skin. Skin of titanium. That's why so many people can come to the Scorpio. So many people can lean on the Scorpio. If we didn't go through anything, if we didn't have any type of hardships or craziness about us, we wouldn't have no testimony. We wouldn't have no real story to tell. We wouldn't have no real advice to give because we haven't been through anything. We can only talk about it from a bird's eye point of view, for something we read, like not something we really understand. We got to really get to understand us as individuals. We the type of person that we look at everything extremely deep because a lot of people come through. A lot of people hurt us. And one thing, just like I told y'all, a lot of times, Scorpio, we're not these crazy, shut off, antisocial people. We'll open the door wide open, but a lot of times in our past, when we open that door wide open, people trample all over us. People step on our shoes. People mistreat us. People abuse us, whether it's emotionally, physically, whatever. We get the worst end of the stick, and people don't understand that about us. People think we come out with these harsh personalities out of nowhere. No, if you're dealing with a Scorpio that's extremely hard than usual, then it's most likely because he's been through enormous pain. And if he's coming off as being super difficult or being super harsh, sometimes you just got to, find out what he likes, do things to show that you care, not just saying that you care, do things to show that you care. Get to know that individual from a deeper aspect, get to know that individual fully and wholly, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when you get to know him as an individual, you know what I mean? And just like I told y'all, I did have like 2 more extra pages, like I told y'all, but I'm gonna just make that a whole different video because that I got so much information. I told y'all I've been writing like crazy. I've been writing my tail off. So let me see what y'all talking about in this chat here. Cool. Let's try to answer some questions right quick. How do you know? Pure Beauty Body Essential said, how do you know they are falling deeper for you? Um, when you know when we falling deeper for you is when you don't have to ask. When we falling deeper for you, you don't have to ask because he's gonna be all up under you. He's gonna be hmm, he's gonna be extreme. He's gonna be very attached. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be consistent. Even when you think he's not there, he's gonna pop up out of nowhere. He's just gonna always be there. He's gonna always be somewhere or around, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna care about you. He's gonna always listen. He's gonna be a very good listener. He's gonna you can be able to see in his eyes. He's gonna look at you with intensity. You can be able to see it with the eyes. You can be able to see him looking at you intensely, and you're gonna know for sure, like, yeah, this person, this man is very deeply into me. Uh, y'all make sure y'all like as y'all come in. And I don't know if this is some of y'all new or whatever, but y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Uh, just trying to find out, see what questions going on here. Do you know the guy I'm talking about told me he was 46, had a face of stone when he said it, but then told me a few days later we went to school together. Oh, okay. My Scorpio guy friends gets jealous and mean when I talk about other friends or other guys I meet. Is that normal? Hell yeah, it's normal. I get irritated as hell when my partner were out here, like my girlfriends or women that I was dating, like and I know, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be honest for you for this one. I really don't like hearing that like my woman that I'm with gloating over any type of, even if it's friendly on some friendly shit. It's like we don't like that type of shit. It's like, we can do without the book. We can do without that kind of shit because you're not gonna want us coming around gloating on no on females or talking about any type of females or sweating over no females. So put yourself in that same, put yourself in our shoes. If I'm always gloating over another woman, about, even if it's friendly, if it's, whether she's a family member, whatever, if I'm always gloating over this person, or even if it's my brother and I'm talking about it with my girlfriend, every time she talking about something, I'm always bringing, yeah, my brother did this and my brother do that. My brother got this. It's like it should get old. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that all the time. It's okay to, but keep it pushing. I mean, like keep it casual, like because certain women, y'all got a certain way of doing things. Like, oh, my friend, like okay, like we are here. You know what I'm saying? They are over there. We're over here. So let's keep it over here. You know what I'm saying? They got their woman. They got their partners. You need to focus on yours. You need to stop focusing on them and focus on your own. You know, if you get my drift. Because if we're just, because if we are just friends, why get jealous? Because it's like, because he everything's into you. You know what I'm saying? He's into you fully. He's not playing around. He's not BSing around or none of that. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to just, have a woman that's gonna be all over other people and always focusing on other stuff, everything except for the relationship, everything except for that particular man, it's like shit. Like you might as well be by ourselves. That's why a lot of times we don't bring anybody into our corner till we know exactly who they are, exactly how they coming, because if they not coming correctly, then we don't even want to be bothered with that too much. Let me see. I'm just backing up a little bit so y'all can see me. I know I be so close to the camera sometimes. Let me see. The Scorpio guy, I was very intrigued by. Sweet, only speaks in text, snaps of him with glasses sometimes, not playing music, songs, or messages. So I listen close. Would say I miss you, then act distant. Because we very deep, complex individuals, and sometimes we very shy. A lot of times y'all take it for being distant and cut off, but y'all got to understand we're very quiet and low key shy individuals. We're not the type of individual that's just gonna just be doing stuff just because, whatever. If we're very shy individuals, but we are bold, we are very strong. But at times we do seem to shy away from something because we're very introverted by nature. Even if he's very talkative, we're very introverted deep inside by nature. If you don't know you put that same talkative Scorpio in a room full of unknown people, you're not gonna get that much out of him. The same one you say that's very social, he'll become a recluse and he'll become quiet. Even though you probably be like, oh, but he's always so friendly with the customers and he don't know them, or he's always so friendly with his job or with these clients or whatever, because he's comfortable there. It's familiarity. You know what I'm saying? If you put him in a place that's completely unfamiliar with a bunch of strangers, he's gonna become recluse. He's gonna become mute, and he's not gonna say anything. He's not gonna really try to, deal with that. Is it good that Scorpio guy said that we have a special connection? Sometimes I get mixed signals, and I don't do anything wrong. No, because you got to understand we're the type of person that sometimes we have a problem expressing ourselves in a healthy manner, which can lead to, disputes and all types of, stuff, which can lead, just little problems. So you just take the time to get to know them. Just take the time to get to know them. That's all. Hey, Pop Toy, how do you help Scorpios get past hurt, move forward? Um, get past hurt, move. I don't know. We just take the time. We just go, just like I said. We go deep into ourselves. We reflect. We reflect. Whether it's spiritual, whether it's fasting, praying, we reflect. We just think about it. We take our time, and not like a tourist would take their time and just sit down on it for a long time. Like we'll distance ourselves away from everything, even if it's for a short period of time, and just let it sink in, reflect on it, figure out where we stand, where we went wrong, how we could turn in the right direction. And just like the title of this video, we want to lead towards destiny. So we try to figure out which is the best move that's going to lead us towards our destiny. Uh, yeah, maybe she. Thank you, Common Water. Matter of fact, let me give you a wrench for that. Dang it. Yes, please, Angela. Please just email me because some of y'all be trying to get answers from non-Scorpio. Some of y'all be trying to do all this and found out all this, thinking you're gonna get past the old God body 2009. No, no, you don't. Uh. You're gonna have to open your mouth and actually contact me. And this is why a lot of you can't keep your Scorpio man, can't understand him. You can't even talk to me. You can't even face me. A lot of you can't even reach towards me. A lot of you can't even do the little stuff that I asked y'all to do. How are you supposed to get in a whole relationship with the whole Scorpio man? You can't even do the simple ABCs. You know what I'm saying? You can't even have direct connection or direct social, communication. How you gonna talk to him? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna figure out how he's gonna know how you feeling if you're scared to talk to him? You're scared to open your mouth. You're scared to contact him. You don't want to come off this way. You don't, but it's not helping you. And some of y'all want to stubbornly sit on y'all same weird personality traits that's not leading you absolutely nowhere. Let me cut this. It's leading you actually nowhere. So you got to be honest. Let me see. And I'm gonna put my links up. I understand, beautiful Bella. I understand. Let me see. Okay. This I'm gonna give y'all my links one more time. Make sure y'all donate before y'all reach out to me and first let me know what you are looking for, what you need, and But remember, make sure you be prepared to donate. You know what I'm saying? Just like I tell y'all, don't think you're gonna run up to Burger King and he gonna start. They're gonna be throwing out, chicken tenders and fries out the window. That ain't happening. That ain't gonna ride. Let me see. I'll put my link for you to donate. Show that love. I appreciate doing this one. This one turned a lot better than you know, what I thought it was going to turn out. I didn't know if I was going to even want to do this or because I've been so down and my health been so fluctuated. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but this turned out very well. My voice didn't even break. Uh, I'm actually getting very better. I'm getting a whole lot better. I'm getting a whole lot better. And I thank y'all for, bringing, showing your support and showing God Body 2009 that love. You know, this my other link. You want to show me some love? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Cause I love y'all. Appreciate y'all so much as always. Big kiss to the ladies. Thank you for all my supporters. Thank you everybody, even the ones that's gonna come in later. Some of y'all that's work watching. Some of y'all haven't even commented in the chat or anything like that. I know some people might not even like the video, but I thank y'all for watching too. Cause I need all the support I can get, and I thank y'all so much. Please, you love the channel, appreciate it. I love all the compliments and all that stuff, but show that love sometime also, you know what I mean? Sometimes actions speak louder than words. So show that love, donate, show that love. It helps the page keep going. It helps a lot of stuff. Helps me with the equipment, with the lighting, with all this stuff. I appreciate it so much. If you want to reach out to me, my links is in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All my brothers, thank you, Mr. Willie. Pounds, slap. I appreciate it. I know he's very bitter about the past. I know he is currently still living in it. I just want him to find. Okay. Yeah, I understand that, Pop. So I love y'all very much. Thank you so much for the love and support. Y'all be easy. Y'all be peaceful. Y'all be wonderful. And I'm out. Okay, okay. Make sure you do that. And remember, you got my Facebook too, Willie. You got my Facebook too, so you can. But I know it's gonna be easier doing email. So go ahead, send it through email. I appreciate that, Willie. I love y'all so much, and I appreciate it. And that this is just a little something extra. I know it's a little bit longer than my usual videos, but I appreciate all the love. I've been away from y'all so long, so I miss y'all. Thank you so much. Peace, love, and I'm out.